Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M43, it's the Tier 8 American SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and it's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP. And this is her first replay from this week to try and win the weekend lie-in for next Sunday.
Let's go.
Game on. Well, as you know, Talon won last week. He did some very effective games. Angelina tried very hard to get a good result. Sadly, her teammates weren't shooting the enemy tanks that she was aiming at and getting stunned, so unfortunately she wasn't able to get as much damage as she liked. But you know, Angelina, she has managed to pull off ace tankers in the past, and she might well do so again. That's the 8-inch howitzer. It's capable of 900 alpha, penetrating through 52mm of armor, and it's got 10.5 meters burst radius between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. You can see some enemy tanks moving through the town, but they haven't come out the other side yet, and we do have some heavy tanks there just in case. I'm expecting somebody to be the other side of those bushes. And so's Angelina. She's found a target. Now, it's a partially occluded reticule, which means that there are something obstructing the field of fire. Rounds out. She gets a hit. 295 from her first shot, and she's already moving to change position. As is the Lorraine 15551, who's just suddenly fired, and he's also found a new spot. Okay, we can see a 50 TP, a Skoda T56. We've already fired to the VK4502A, and there he is. Unfortunately, now the buildings are blocking the shot. In order to get a good shot on target, Angelina will have to move further to the east to actually get a shot on him. She might be able to get a shot on that Skoda if he comes around the corner. But the enemy tank that we were expecting behind the bushes has turned up, and it's a Progetto, and he's just backing up at the moment. She got a reticule bloom, but she still picked up some hit points. 181 off that one. Oh, almost ran into the back of the Lorraine as she changed positions. Now, the enemy appears to be aggressive in the town, so I think it's a good idea to move closer to the cap area, because you might have to redeploy to the other side of the map if necessary. LT-432, Tier 8 Soviet light tank, moving around on the gully that leads to the windmill. Oh, she got another reticule bloom. This Arty does have a fairly wide arc of fire. It's actually 18 degrees either side of the center line, 36 in total. But it is still an M4 mount, and that means that it's only got a certain amount that you can actually move it. And you do get reticule bloom if you move it too quickly. And so, yes, sometimes it's worthwhile either applying the handbrakes or getting those modifications that enable you to use the maximum or minimum dispersion. Okay, let's see how he's moving. Will he move forward? Well, that guy's moved behind the barn. But we just saw the tracer coming out from the bushes at the back, which means we know where one of the enemy Artys is, and they've got two M40 M43s just like Angelina. Okay, she's changing position again because the enemy are coming south through the town. Almost at the back of the map. There you go. Of course, the Lorraine 15551 has got the advantage. He can move much quicker when he needs to. Our maximum speed is limited. It's only 38.4, so 38.6, 38.6 kilometers an hour. So it's not particularly fast. Rounds out. That was a direct hit. Yep, got one there on the 50 TP. He was hiding in that corner, and it looks like the Lorraine did the same. Both hit the same tank. So I suspect that Angelina might have got some assistance there. Depends on if that 50 TP got rid of his stun. The Progetto's moved himself behind the building. Now, it is possible to launch the shells so they hit the other side of the building and stun or damage the enemy with splash. So we're almost ready to shoot. Rounds out. She's doing it. Oh, it fell short. It did look a good shot. Now she's changing position again, but the worry now is that we've only got the Shure SM in the town area. The SU-130 PM is falling back. We've got several tanks up near the center line in the middle of the map. And we're looking at a T-69, which is a medium, the mortar loader. He's already been hit on the middle, and he goes down before we can shoot. That Progetto should still be there, but I think he's badly damaged now. And our Samura's moved so far forward that he's actually gone behind that Skoda T56, who's gone the other side. And I can hear things being destroyed. Okay, Scorpion. Now you can penetrate Scorpions. They've got relatively thin armor. 8-inch rounds go straight through them. Oh, that's a direct hit. Oh, there's a good one there. That might be a penetrating shot on a Scorpion. They don't mix very well with 8-inch rounds. I'll keep an eye on him, because if he turns up again and he's missing a huge chunk of hit points, we know that that shot penetrated him. We've got a 50 TP in front of us now. It's the premium one. And there's the enemy Arty. So there's one over on the right side of the map as well. So one's behind the bushes around about A4, A5. And that's another direct hit on the 50 TP. But Angelina needs to scarper out of this area now. In fact, it would probably be a good idea to go up to the other end of the map. Because if you notice, the SU-130 PM is the only one. The Shure SM got wiped out. And now Angelina is, well, in the danger area. The enemy is likely to come in this direction. In fact, now there's a Borsig almost in sight. And Borsigs do have very thin armor, but they also have a very big gun which can wipe out enemy vehicles. Oh dear, we just ripped the wing off a Hurricane. These are all Hawker Hurricanes, by the way. No Spitfires here. In fact, actually, the Hawker Hurricane is the Cinderella of the fighter world during the Second World War, because, of course, they shot down more German bombers, but they didn't quite get the adoration of the Spitfire. Spitfire had the name, it had the looks, it had the maneuverability, and it got all the plaudits, but in fact it was the Hawker Hurricane that did more damage to the enemy. And it was made of wood as well, which made a big difference, because of course they could easily manufacture lots of Hawker Hurricanes. The Spitfire had to be made from metal. Now we've got a Noobs down there. We're dialing in as quickly as we can. He's getting ready to shoot. Go! Yes! Big hit! 390. Went into the side of the vehicle. You can see near the tracks. The SU-130 PM is moving over to try and take him out. And he does get a big hit, a high roll. And we didn't get the stun assist off that one, unfortunately. But he's only got 6 hit points, which means now we could ram him and take him out. But the enemy is getting close, so we've got that T-28 and the UDAs to deal with. Okay, there's the UDAs. There's the T-28. That's the more dangerous of them, because he's got more armor and much more difficult for our teammates to get a shot at. Well, it landed in front of him. We only got one critical hit. Our teammates seem to be doing rather well in the town, because it looks like the enemy tanks in the town have actually been whittled down until there's none of them left. In fact, actually, Angelina's now decided it's probably easier to be over this side of the map rather than that side. And in fact, I think the Lorraine's going to join us. Yes, he's motoring in our way, and the UDAs is still there. And we've lost all our teammates over this side of the map, but there's still the same number of players on each team. Our Lorraine needs to get a move on, because if he doesn't get over this side, he's going to get wiped out up there. You have to look at the mini-map not just for looking for your targets, but you're also looking for information on where you're vulnerable. So you can see where the enemy tanks have been sighted, and if necessary, you just need to redeploy. Okay, we've got a Nomad here, which of course, as many of you know, is an enemy challenger without the... Oh, the Lorraine just died. Okay, can you get a shot? He's... Oh, a rescue bloom again! And twice! Oh, Angelina got 2 rescue blooms there at the wrong moment, and unfortunately it meant that the shell was inaccurate and might not have damaged the enemy. We're 1 down on the enemy now after losing the Lorraine, but our ELC has gone up the other end of the map and he's found one of the enemy Arty and finished them off, and he's found the other one now, so he'll probably kill that to get his Pascucci's. Meanwhile, we're seeking cover in the town, and he's got him, so that's a Pascucci's for the ELC M90. And we're hiding, so we just need to go around the corner here. Angelina's decided to go the long way around. In fact, I think she's going to probably go to the end of this road and shoot up into the hills over onto the T28. So she's shooting from the town. Might as well. Still got plenty of ammo. 5 rounds of stunner HE. Okay, she's in position. She can actually stop here and start getting shells on that T28. There he is. Side on to us. And we've lost sight of him. The Nomad's nearby. Angelina could go near the cap, actually. She could... Oh, dear. I didn't expect this to happen. The enemy SU-130 PM came up behind Angelina. Oh, well. Same number of players on each side. Both sides lost their Arty. But we now know where the SU-130 PM is. He's a one-shot for the list. So it won't take long for the list to finish him off. Once he's found him, there he is. Okay, just need to make sure of it. That's it, he's in cover. Lovely, good shot. One shot. Now the Nomad, he's going to take at least, I think 2 shots. We're loaded. Unfortunately, we didn't get the kill in there. Now be careful, side scrape. Yeah, because the Nomad's waiting for you. Trying to tempt him. So it's tempting him. Is he going to move? Our ELC's getting into position to ambush the Nomad from behind. And unfortunately, Nomad just killed our SU-130 PM, but he's... Actually, the Udas is up there, and he's gone. The ELC got him. So we're just moving in. There's the Nomad. We did take a hit. But the Nomad's now one shot for the ELC. Now, is he reloading? Or are we going to get it? No, the list got it instead. And that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats. And that was the 3rd class tanker for Angelina75 of OLIMP in the M40, M43. She managed to get a bruiser medal by getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 9. And she got a Confederate as well, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And in fact, yes, she did hit a large number. 2,650, which is Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score and see where Angelina was. Well, the highest damage in the game turned out to be the SU-130 PM that killed her. He got 2,897 hit points, but he didn't get a high caliber. He actually got a Pascucci's medal. And the second highest damage turned out to be the Liss, who won the game. He got Spartan medal and 2,780 hit points of damage, followed by the Angelina with 2,685, and Angelina got the Confederate. The ELC M90 did get the Pascucci's medal for killing both enemy SPGs. When it came to kills, we can see the highest scorers were the Liss and the ELC M90. They both got 4 kills. 3 kills went to our SU-130 PM and also to the M40 and the Nomad on the enemy team. and Angelina didn't get any kills at all. But when it came to base XP, we can see that she's actually in 5th place on base XP. 1034 went to the ELC because he was doing a lot of spotting, and 997 to the list, and 903 to our SU130 PM, with Angelina getting 710. The ELC M90 is the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game. Angelina fired 11 rounds, which is enough to get a decent result, and she did. 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 7 splash. Now, who do you think she penetrated? We did see a shot, a fair number of interesting ones. The Udas she hit on the side, but it didn't penetrate. She got 390 hit points of damage from that shot alone. The SU130 PM, well, she hit him for 213 hit points of damage, but she didn't get a penetrating shot, but he obviously held a grudge on her, and that's why he chased after her at the end. But it has to be, yes, the one tank that she hit in that game. We didn't see how much damage it did at the time, but we definitely saw a penetration. It was 956 hit points off that Scorpion. The 8-inch round went right through the front of the vehicle, and although we didn't get a kill shot, we certainly got a high roll for 956, so at least that's beneficial. Angelina did 2,685 hit points of damage, of which 2,295 were at more than 300 meters. The close shot was the Udas 03, who was only a short distance away when she hit him. We did receive 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot from the SU130 PM, and of course the alpha of that vehicle is more than enough to wipe out an M40, M43 just 1 round. 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, none were killed, but she did get 133 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns, and that's probably why it's only a 3rd-class tanker and nothing higher. Angelina made a profit of 43,833 credits on a premium count, getting a 50,000 mission completion bonus, and she also got 2,130 experience points out of that game as well. So the event now means that Angelina set a target of a 3rd-class bruiser and a Confederate for Talon to try and beat her and take the lead. But Angelina's definitely in the lead for the moment. In fact, Angelina sent in a 2nd replay, so we'll do that one right now and see if Angelina can improve her score. In the 2nd replay, Angelina switched over to the GW Tiger P, the Tier 8 German SPG, on the south spawn of Prokhorovka. Game on. Well, you can see there's 2 GW Tiger Ps in this battle. The other guy isn't camoed at all. Now, somebody pointed that out the other day. It's worth putting the camo on just to get 3% more camouflage. And it really does make a big difference. So if you do, then if you do have a bare Arty, then please put some camo on. It will make a difference. I can promise you that. In fact, I've been in an Arty standing just outside the 50-meter range, the auto detect range, in a bush, and the enemy tank didn't even see I was there until I blew him away. So, because I hit him point blank range, and he had no clue that I was there because my camo was more than enough to actually finish him off. Okay, Angelina's got no muzzle brake on the end of her barrel, and that means that she's definitely got the 21cm howitzer, capable of doing 900 alpha, 53mm pen, and she just scored a direct hit with her first shot. Brilliant, so that was a really good one. The TNHT Viz 51 won't be feeling so happy right now, because he's probably lost a huge chunk of his health. So 11.4 meters burst radius, stun duration 12.5 seconds to 31. It's the big boy gun in the Tier 8 Arty. I say big boy because it is the same howitzer that you get in the Tier 10 German Artys, but of course it's in a Tier 8. Rounds out. Oh, I don't know how that one managed to make it over the top of the TNH. Should have gone slamming into the side. Now, it is a long reload. This one, 44.1 seconds standard reload. Angelina's got 36.13. Now, there are some enemy tanks right up on top of the hill, but she's not going to hit those ones just for the moment. The arc of this Arty is also fairly narrow. Okay, TNH is in sight. Is Angelina aiming? She's decided not to. Oh, our other Arty is shooting the sky. Oh dear. Well, Angelina's trying to get shots on the enemy. And I was using the wrong statistics as well, would you believe it? I actually had the wrong stats up because I was had the stats up for the previous game. But in fact, actually, the reload time I mentioned, 44.1, is still correct for this Arty. Okay, she's going to try and hit the Udas. Not long to go. If she can get them together, rounds out, looks good. Oh, now that's interesting because it overshot the Udas and actually hit the pattern instead. Okay, one of the enemy Artys is in the traditional position at A2. So he's just over the road and behind one of the bushes. Just been spotted there. And there's a Scorpion G up there as well. We're going to hit the lurver. Hello, Mr. Lurver. Rounds out. Right in front of him. 229. It's a hit. Well, splashing. Now, of course, this is another fake Arty because there was no inclination for the Germans to actually use the Tiger hulls that Ferdinand Porsche had actually made, anticipating that he was going to get the Tiger contract, and of course he didn't get it, but they weren't going to use those hulls for Arty. They did use them for the tank destroyer, the Ferdinand, which later became known as the Elephant. Lining up the shot ahead of his path. The problem with the EBRs, they do change course rather rapidly. Makes it very difficult to line up a shot ahead of their path, but sometimes it is possible to do it. Now, I think, yes, the enemy Arty is in this corner, or at least one of them is. They've got a GW Tiger P and a Lorraine 15551. We're dialing in on the Lorraine. We know we can get a certain hit off him. Rounds out. Direct hit! Now, it could be true that Angelina has spotted that, yes, our friendly Arty is not actually in the game at all. He's not playing in the game. He's shooting at the sky. Maybe he doesn't know how to play Arty. There's quite a few players out there who actually took quite a long while to actually work out how Arty works. And one of the good things that we tried to do when we set up What Arty Noobs was to try and inform people exactly how you can get the best out of your vehicle. That EBR should be on that bank there, but I don't think he's there. Not at the moment. ELC just been spotted to the north. He's been taken out. Scorpion G got him. There's the EBR. He's in that corner and go for it. Rounds out. I think Angelina needs to be a little further over because that EBR is very threatening at the moment. He keeps popping up. He could make a quick run. In fact, he has been found, and the 752 found him and got him. So I thought for a second Angelina might be in trouble if that guy was to do a quick run in our direction to spot where we were. Okay, we've got a Conway. Let's see what we can do with him. So roundabout there, rounds out. Looked good. It wasn't a direct hit, but it could have been a splash. Conways don't move very fast. Okay, the Doom Turtle's just the other side of the railway line at the moment. There's the Lurver. Exchanging fire with our 752. about right. That looks good. Rounds out. Direct hit. Oh, it's a kill shot. Angelina's got her first kill in the game. Nicely done. Accurate shot on target. I think the 752 will be happy with that because, of course, that takes rid of that problem for him. He can now focus on the other enemy tanks on top of the hill. Except, of course, those enemy tanks have now gone up the hill and they're using those little depressions in the ground. There's Udas again. He's a one-shot. Lined up. Go for it. Rounds out. Looks good. Lands next to him. Udas, the RNG said no on that occasion, but she did get something out of it. 141. Now, both of those tanks are stunned, which indicates that our fellow Arty is actually firing in this general direction. So he is actually trying to fight the game. Rounds out. Looks good. Lands long. Okay, we've got a Scorpion down by the railway line. Now, Angelina did very well in the last game to get a penetrating shot on a Scorpion. Picked up a high roll. Be quite nice if we could get another one. The Object 752 is feeling a bit victimized at the moment. The enemy Arty is focusing on him solely. And that Doom Turtle's come back into sight just the other side of the railway line. And we're loaded. It's got a very poor traverse, this vehicle. Okay, target. Udas 16, the one that came off the hill. Rounds out. Oh my god, what a kill! That must have hit just the front of the vehicle that was sticking over the railway line, just over the embankment, and she nuked him with that shot. Either the round hit the railway line itself and the splash then hit the Udas, or it hit him directly. I think it did hit him directly. A very difficult shot, and she got the kill. So that's 2 kills now for Angelina, which actually makes her the lead scorer on her team. Unfortunately, that doesn't say a lot about Angelina's team at the moment. It is looking like it's going to be a difficult game to win. We do know that the enemy's got a heavy in the corner. Oh, we just lost the other Arty, and it was the GW Tiger P. The Scorpion G got him in the end, actually, funnily enough, so he must have fired in to that position. Oh! And then he did the same to us. Oh dear. Well, this game is probably not going to last very long. We switched over to the Conqueror on our team. He's benefiting from the bush mechanic at the moment to shoot those tanks. The enemy Arty is not hitting him, but is hitting our teammate, who's only a short distance away, the defender. Yeah, and unfortunately he's getting... Oh, he's gone. And now that means that the Conqueror is the last one alive. He's been spotted by the Conway. Arty firing. And it's all over. Here's is the end of battle stats, and that, I'm afraid, was a defeat. But even though it was a defeat, there's a couple of medals. We've got a Hunter medal. That's for getting 100 vehicles in the feline family, either the Panzerkampfwagen Fump, which is the Panther, or Panther 2, or the Panther M10, or the Jagdpanther, or the Jagdpanther 2, or the GW Panther, or the VK4503, the Tiger, the Tiger Porsche. There's a number of tanks anyway. It's only for getting at least 100 of those vehicles, and she got it for getting the Löwe with that direct hit. Anyway, there was also a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 8, and a win rate of 2,412, which is very good. But sadly, I'm afraid there was no mastery, so it won't count towards the competition because Angelina's already got a 3rd class. So that beats something which didn't get any class at all. Angelina didn't get the highest damage. That actually went to the Object 752, which he helped during the game. He got 3,969 hit points. Second highest damage went to the T95 on the enemy team, 3,830. And the third highest damage went to the Conway with 2,985. Angelina got 1,888 hit points out of the game. When it came to kills, though, it was the T95, the Lorraine 15551, the Scorpion G on the enemy team, who all got 3 kills. In fact, the Scorpion G got a Pescucci's medal because he killed both enemy SPGs on our team. And 2 kills went to the Unit 16 and the M103 on the enemy team, and also to the Scorpion G and Angelina on her team. When it came to base XP, it was the Lorraine 15551 who did the best with 935 on the enemy team, 924 to the T95, 903 to the Unit 16, and we can see Angelina got 356 experience points out of that game. She fired 12 rounds, so her fire rate was good. She got 4 direct hits on the enemy, but no penetrations at all, 11 splash. 1,888 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. She received 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot. That was from the Scorpion G, and it went straight through her, and the Alpha was enough to actually wipe her out with 1 shot. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 9 stuns caused, but absolutely no stun at all. No stun assist. So, yes, it says, what in the world is our Arty doing? Well, he was actually firing at the enemy. He was, but he just wasn't getting great results. As you can see here on this scoreboard, we can see the other GW got only 369 hit points. So, obviously, he would benefit from joining What Arty Noobs, so he can actually bone up on how to actually play the game and get much better results. Because, see, Angelina is in the top 3 on her team. Well, shows top 3 there, but she's actually top 4 damage. She's in 2nd place, joint 2nd place when it comes to kills. And when it came to base XP on her team, she was 3rd. So you can see that there's a dramatic improvement if you get the sort of help that you would get from somebody who's a member of What Arty Noobs, such as Talon. Talon, of course, instructs Angelina, and now Angelina's become, sometimes she's better than he is. Yes, I think he also almost admits that as well. Anyway, if we go through the rest of the details, we can see that Angelina managed to get a loss out of that one. 21,693 credits loss. And she did pick up some XP, though, 534. But unfortunately, yes, no improvement on her previous score. So I hope you enjoyed both of those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.